Tuesday, the 13th of November. Good morning. Welcome to the local news for today. More sanctions needed to reduce number of road casualties. Islamic Development Bank still plans to open regional office in Suriname. Union at Newmont Gold Company wants to set up its own pension fund. And most rotis sold at supermarkets are tainted. The Corps, Suriname Traffic Volunteers, also advocates other sanctions to reduce the number of road casualties. Despite a slight decrease in the number of road accidents this year, Helmut Gesius, the chairman of the Traffic Volunteers, is not satisfied with the driving behavior of the traffic attendees. According to Gesius, there are a number of proposals ready to deal more severely with traffic offenders. Gesius zooms in on the motorbike riders as one of the vulnerable groups in the traffic. According to Gesius, the volunteers are still in favor of the certification project for the motorbike riders. The number of accidents involving bike riders is of great concern to the traffic volunteers. Gesius also has a proposal to decrease this number. The Corps believes that the proposals should be adopted as soon as possible in order to contribute to reducing the number of road casualties. In a series of working visits, Minister Gilmore Hoefdraad of Finance received confirmation from a number of important multilateral institutions on the continuation of cooperation with our country. For example, the Director General of the OPEC Fund for International Development, Abdul Hamid Al Khalifa, has given the guarantee that the financial support to the Academic Hospital Paramaribo will be continued. It concerns the rehabilitation of the bed house, the operating rooms, the intensive care unit, and related medical equipment and furniture. In this project is also included the financing of the rehabilitation of the regional health clinics. Discussions were held with the Vice President of the Islamic Development Bank in Jeddah. Thereby, the willingness has been shown to continue with the projects in the education sector, mainly technical vocational education and housing. The LISP 3 project was also discussed. The aim of the ISDB is still focused on the establishment of its regional office for Latin America and the Caribbean in Suriname. During the working visit of the minister to the United Arab Emirates, there also have been discussions with DP World and Customs World. There was an exchange of views on the expertise of the Port of Dubai. The government intends to make the handling systems at our New Haven port more efficiently. Work will also be done on the transformation of the total customs service from a heavily neglected government service to an independent and cost-efficient organization. The Newmont Employees Organization, NWO, wants to set up its own pension fund. Furthermore, the plan is on the table to invest in gold so future pensioners can be guaranteed a value-fixed pensions. According to Winston, consultant and advisor of the NWO, the union has learned lessons from situations of other multinationals. With this step, the Newmont Employee Organization wants to take a new course for the working class in our country. The organization was founded on October the 6th last year, and last week it has submitted its first concept for a collective bargaining agreement to the management team of Newmont Suriname. The NWO concept of managing its own pension fund is new in Suriname. If pensions are invested in gold, it will provide more security for the employees and their families. Most rotis sold in the supermarkets contain harmful bacteria, so says food technologist Ricky Stuttgart. Some supermarkets are guilty of violating their store permit. When it comes to a store permit, then it is exclusively for selling provisions and not cooked food, because therefore another permit is required. But it turns out that, some supermarkets proceed to selling foods for which they do not have a license. According to Daniela Sumter of the Ministry of Trade and Industry, that is punishable. Last year, the food technologist Ricky Stugart, in collaboration with NATUN students, conducted a study on microorganisms in roti that are sold in a supermarket. Bacteria, yeast, and fungi are microorganisms. These are living organisms that are so small that they cannot be seen with the naked eye, just like viruses and single-cell parasites. Microorganisms live everywhere. They are therefore also in food. In food, they are sometimes desired and sometimes undesirable because they spoil food or can make people sick. Stugart also worries that the people who prepare the roti are not approved by the regional health department. According to the food technologist, it is wise to buy a roti at the designated roti shops. That is all for the local news for today. Have a wonderful and blessed day further. Until tomorrow. Bye-bye.